Unboxing and installation video tutorial Lynx 110A. Cut off the packaging straps securing the carton with scissors, then remove the straps. Remove the packaging carton. Use scissors to cut the 2 packing straps securing the accessory packaging carton. Then remove the accessory carton and set it aside for later use. Next, cut the 3 packing straps securing the front wheel rim assembly. Remove the front wheel and set it aside for later use. Use scissors to cut the 2 packing straps securing the front end. Then, untie the straps holding the front forks and release the compressed front suspension. Use a 14mm socket to remove all bolts at the bottom of the packaging frame, then take off the frame. Remove the protective film and pearl cotton covering the body. Cut all the straps on the left side of the vehicle body. Remove the side stand and pearl cotton and release the foot peg teeth. Set the side stand aside for later use. Cut the straps securing the front fender, then remove the front fender. Then cut all the straps on the left side of the body and remove the pearl cotton. And cut the 2 straps securing the handlebar. And cut the strap securing the pearl cotton at the lower end of the left front fork. Remove the number plate fixed on the lower triple clamp. Set it aside for later use. Hold the front wheel axle with a M14 open-end wrench and loosen the front wheel nut with a M17 combination wrench at the same time. Lift the front shock absorber slightly so that it does not press on the front wheel axle. Pull out the front wheel axle and remove the front wheel spacer. Set it aside for later use. Ask an assistant to lift the motorcycle onto the repair stand for later installation. Cut the tape with scissors. Open the accessory packaging carton, take out all the parts inside, and check them one by one. First, install the lower pressure block. Insert the bolt from the bottom of the upper triple clamp through the clamp mounting hole, then screw on the lower pressure block. Similarly, install the lower pressure block on the other side. Finally, tighten it into place with an. Next, install the upper pressure block and the handlebar. Next, install the upper pressure block and the handlebar. Take the handlebar. Remove the protective film to avoid scratching the handlebar. No removal demo here. Place the handlebar into the groove of the lower pressure block. Install the upper pressure block and align it with the lower pressure block. Insert the bolts through the corresponding mounting holes and thread them in. Adjust the handlebar angle to keep it centered, then tighten it with an M6 Allen wrench. Make sure the handlebar is securely tightened and cannot wobble. Install the front fender and the number plate. Use an M8 socket to remove the 3 front fender mounting bolts located on the lower triple clamp. Take 2 flat washers from the bolt with 3 and install them onto the other 2 bolts respectively. First, thread the front bolt of the front fender on by hand, then use an M8 socket to install the rear bolt. Do not tighten them yet. After installing the last bolt, fully tighten all 3 bolts into place. Next, install the number plate. Clip the front brake hose into the slot on the back of the number plate and insert the 2 positioning pins at the bottom of the number plate into the 2 positioning holes on the front fender. Tighten the number plate into place with an M8 socket. Hold the nut with an M8 open-end wrench, then loosen the front brake hose clamp with an M4 Allen wrench. After loosening, place the hose into the hose clamp, pull down the hard tube, snap the rubber sleeve on the hard tube into the clamp, then retighten the hose clamp. Tidy up the wiring harness and use the zip ties on the main frame tube to secure the wiring harness on the left side of the frame. Install the front wheel rim assembly. First, remove the limit plate from the front brake caliper. Loosen the front axle nut, remove the front wheel spacer, pass the front axle through the mounting hole at the bottom of the right front shock absorber, and install the short front shock absorber spacer. Lift the front wheel, align the brake disc with the gap between the brake pads, insert the brake disc into the gap, align the hub core mounting hole with the front axle, then pass through the front axle. Then, insert the long spacer into the brake disc side, align and pass through the front axle, and let the front axle come out from the left front shock absorber. Then, tighten the nut. Hold it with an M14 open-end wrench. Then tighten the front axle fully using an M17 combination wrench. Install the pedal teeth. Use needle nose pliers to straighten the cotter pin, then remove the cotter pin and the plug pin. Align the pedal tooth with the mounting hole on the right pedal bracket. Insert the plug pin, then pass the cotter pin through the hole on the plug pin again, and bend the cotter pin with needle nose pliers. Install the side stand. Unscrew the hexagonal shoulder bolt of the side stand. Align the mounting holes of the side stand with the side stand bracket. Thread on the bolt, then tighten it fully into place with an M17 combination wrench. Attach the round end of the side stand spring to the limit slot of the locating pin on the side stand bracket. Then, use an M4 Allen wrench or a screwdriver to hook the other end onto the locating pin slot of the side stand. Wear gloves during installation to avoid injury. Install the rear shock absorber. Remove the nut from the rear shock absorber mounting bolt. Lift the rear wheel, align the rear shock mounting point with the shock mounting hole on the swing arm, insert the bolt, and screw on the nut. Next, hold the nut with an M14 open-end wrench, then tighten the rear shock absorber into place using an M13 socket with an extension bar. Clip the rear brake hose into the rear brake hose clamp. Install the chest protector and breather tube. Remove the chest protector cover. Open the slot of the chest protector foam, attach the foam to the handlebar crossbar, then wrap on the chest protector cover. Then, insert the breather tube into the breather hole on the fuel tank cap and secure it with the frame zip tie on the right side of the head tube. Remove the bubble bag and protective film from the handlebar grip. Peel off the protective film at the rear of the seat, unscrew the quick release bolt, pull the seat backward to remove it, then take off the protective film. Remove the insulating cap from the battery, take off the terminal bolt and nut attached to the battery, and take out the bolt and nut. Place the terminal nut inside the battery terminal, insert the bolt through the circular hole of the power cable connector, and connect the power cables to the corresponding colored battery terminals. After connecting the power, cover the terminal with the insulating boot of the power cable. Reinstall the seat. Clip the seat buckle onto the step bolt of the fuel tank, then tighten the quick release bolt. Turn on the ignition switch, press the start switch, and check if the vehicle is powered on. The whole vehicle assembly is completed.